if nobody knows who you are, right, you tell people, but people aren't always going to come to you, okay? You got to prospect. You got to tell them what you do to build credibility, right? So tell them what you do. And then you got to prospect. Before you can prospect, you want to get into the mindset of the person you're trying to reach.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Growth Show. My name is Josh Lewis. I'm here with J Cunningham. Today we are talking marketing, breaking through the noise. How do you break through the noise when it is an awfully noisy world out there, when you have a product, a service, or something that you can provide people in a world where it seems like everybody's got everything except for your attention, really, is what we're talking about tonight. And I'm super excited about having Jeff share some of his skills. Jeff is an amazing coach. Jeff is an amazing entrepreneur. He has learned everything that, for me, that I think, I mean, maybe not everything, but there's always something more to learn, but he has learned the keys to connect, persuade, and influence people so he can help grow your business. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be taking a bunch of different notes. Jeff, how you doing today?
Good, Josh. Thank you so much, dude. I love that. Mucho respect to you, 100%. It shows whatever you put in here, just so anybody knows, everybody take notes for this one. Whatever you put in here all the time and then filter it and use it, you can kind of just become better. And I didn't know that. So just anybody now who's listening and thinking, I can't do that, or you have those thoughts, those are 100% normal thoughts. Everybody's thought that, whether it's Albert Einstein, Elon Musk, Thomas Edison, all thought I can't do that, and they still did that because they didn't give up. So you can do that too. And the biggest thing I do want to say, are we getting feedback by me again here?
Yeah, we are. I think it's whenever you turn on whatever you just turned on.
Yeah, it's my volume. So, dude, I actually got to get the blue mic because I was just on a podcast just recently. I don't know, it was some kid, Enrique, the Essential Entrepreneurs podcast, and my audio was horrible. Does it sound good right now?
Sounds good, yeah. Don't worry about technical difficulties. We can adjust them as
well,
the
even if the audio is bad, guys, listen through this because there's going to be a lot of stuff that people pay me $350 an hour to coach them and give them a lot of tips I'm going to give today in it. And, hopefully we can get into much as we can.
So what I would like to do, Jeff, for the listeners, for the audience, is to try to get 3 actionable steps of something that they can do that will not only add value, but something that they can implement right away. And I know that's a big ask because that's something what you do in your coaching sessions. By the way, I'm wearing this hat. If you guys are listening or watching, I'm wearing a hat right now just because I figured it'd be fun. And because I was in the pool all day and my hair looks crazy. So I figured I'd put the hat on.
Speaking of which, you was at a pool today, and a slip-and-slide pool. I had to go bartend, which actually, you know what? I'm going to tease a story here on how I turned a bartending into a marketing shift. Actually, I used both of them in there to market. I'm going to explain exactly what I did to it. So I'll tell that a little bit later on.
Okay. Awesome. Well, listen, I definitely do want to ask questions, but I figured let's kind of have you do what you do, and at one point I might jump in and ask a few questions about how I can, like, different scenarios that I've had, and maybe how we can get right down into the meat and the potatoes, as you would say, and get into things. So
and although I have a whiteboard, I think what I'll do, Josh, if it's okay with you, and I don't know if you have to do it, but I gave a webinar on this a long time ago. A lot of it's going to be in the book coming out, working title, Getting Rich in the Recession. But maybe I can share my screen and really walk people through so you can see the visual of it.
Yeah, you got permission. I can do that.
All right, awesome. All right, good. Hey, who's the sponsor for today? So we're going to start sponsors. Maybe just locked in another sponsor for the next episode. We're in the thing. Actually, they're not paying us to say their name now. So listen to Make More Money podcast. So listen to it then. But go ahead. Who's the sponsor?
So today's sponsor is Mastering Management, the best course for newly promoted entrepreneurs and managers in a world where leadership is put on the back burner and management of procedures and people are put, to the forefront. This is one of those things that is one of the most important things to learn. Of course, if you go to masteringmanagement.thinkific.com, everything I learned about management, I exhausted, I put into that course. It for the majority of my management career and life, of everything I've ever learned has been put into that course. So yeah, that's today's sponsor. And I kind of did that off the cuff.
Is the hierarchy of human development, is that in that course?
Yes, it is, featuring the hierarchy of human development, the tool to help you hire, train, and coach your people. It is the best tool that I know of, that I constantly use up every single day, constantly, to hire, train, and coach my people.
So also to tease up, I think I want to tease up the story on how we landed on the Amazon Prime show. It was also through marketing as well. So everything I've done is kind of through marketing. But will you be sharing that on when you're on the Amazon Prime show?
Yes, that will be the hierarchy of human development, is something that will be featured exclusively on Amazon Prime.
And more details on that, guys. If you're not following me, Jeff the Entrepreneur, JCunningham.com. We're supposed to post these on my channel. I don't know if we'll get to that, but check it out, because I'm going to be doing a little vlog series up to us of recording day and vlog the whole Amazon Prime show. I'm actually going to reference it in my speech as well, so that'll be cool.
Awesome. All right, dude. So as I switch hats here to my party hat, because marketing is visual too as well, let's get right into it, dude. What is the first step of somebody who is nobody? How can they market to somebody who is a somebody and they're a nobody? What would be,
so a lot of times too, whenever I coach somebody, on jeffscoaching.com or wherever they decide to book or we do things, they're literally feel like they're nobodies. And the first thing you have to realize is that you're somebody, right? But here's the thing, like Fans Plan, right? I'm going to mention them even though they're whatever. His idea is everybody's a fan. And I was like, not everybody has fans. I was like, not everybody has fans. And you think a little 3-year-old, right? Everybody goes over to 3-year-olds. Oh my goodness! It's like he has a fan club. It's just cute. It just exists, right? So when you think of it that way, think of it more as a way as that. Don't you gotta? It all starts. You ever hear "love yourself first"?
Oh yeah.
So that's where it all starts about. You have to believe, like even before now, where I'm kind of getting this limited success now, you have to believe in depth that you're not a nobody, that you're somebody, and somebody has to listen to you of what you have to say. So that's the biggest thing too, and that's like a whole mindset thing. But once you kind of can snap that on and you get that, then just don't think of yourself, because nobody's a nobody. All right, I mean, I don't know if that really makes sense. Everybody is put here for a reason and a purpose, and you have something. So you got to do that. Now I know what you were asking. You were asking him more. My feedback in here. I'm so loud. You were asking more like, okay, nobody knows of you. How do you market? Kind of like that, right?
Yeah, on something like, how do you get to a point where, like, all right, you got a great service for somebody. You've got a cold lead, social media, right? Social media is a cold place sometimes, literally and metaphorically. So how do you get to the point where it's like, I can introduce myself to somebody and I can build rapport with that person to the point where they might be interested in my product or what I'm offering?
Yeah, so there's two ways you can do this, because marketing is everywhere, okay? Like there's social media marketing, which people pay a lot of money for, and we'll go into social media a lot. But all these principles I'm going to teach work out in the marketplace, right? So anytime you walk outside, you're in the marketplace. J Cunningham, one of my mentors and coaches, told me how they did brand awareness for a while. He's like, Jeff, we threw money just so people would know our name on shopping carts, J Cunningham. Didn't lead to anything. It was just so people get familiar with the name. He did that years ago, and now I benefit when I go out there because people know of us, right? So right. The biggest thing I would say for you to do, right, is immediately tell people what you do. Before you even qualify anybody, you just evangelically tell people what you do. If you ask me, Jeff, I don't know how you do it, but you're always putting your stuff out there all the time. Like, and I really just tie it in, and it became so natural. A lot of this, by the way, is a lot from Cardone U and learning from Grant Cardone, who's definitely the guy who's taught a lot of people need to, he's expert on prospecting. But basically, tell people what you do all the time. So let's say you have an Instagram profile, right? Put in exactly what you do. Like, I have a Make More Money Now coach. I had a kid. This is a perfect example. This is kind of the level I am. Actually, he's probably Instagram messaging me now. We'll go live on it. He's in the UK, right? Which is my software buddy Ahmad, business partners from the UK. Let's see if I can find him in here. Give him a shout out here. So I sent out a whole bunch of messages too. So really tell people what you do before you even qualify them, which would be like the next step. Do you ever just tell people what you do, like work for Chili's, or can you think of a time when you told people kind of what you do?
Yeah, I do that. A lot of times that, like, if I'm looking, to sell somebody a service or something like that, I feel hesitant. This is just me telling people what to do, because I know at one point I'm eventually going to pitch my product. So I don't want to feel disingenuous, because they're a human being. I don't like getting pitched. I don't like getting things thrown at me. So sometimes I shy away from that. So I more ask.
And this is a great, like, coaching question. How do you like getting pitched when you buy something? Because everybody buys something. What's your perfect scenario of when you buy? Because you can sell to a light customer just like you. Like, I just sold some Marvin windows. Hopefully, I actually got to respond to that lady. Some doors, because she was a sales lady and she buys just like how I buy. Cut through all the BS for her, and she appreciated it. That's actually like, nope, I saw the light go off. I'm gonna go to this guy because he cut through the BS, and I like that. And I hate when people are like fluffing stuff with me. Are you live right now on Instagram?
I'm about to go live. Yeah. So trying to figure this out. So that's a great question, dude. So the question you asked, it would be, how do I like getting pitched?
Yeah.
How do you like getting pitched?
Dude, here's the thing. This is what makes you if you want to be a great business owner or salesman, you have to not like getting pitched. You have to like getting pitched, appreciate it, and appreciate it when you're learning from everybody. And when people do a good job, you actually either you buy their product to show that I bought life insurance. I actually recorded the whole thing on YouTube when it was shut down, not life insurance. I bought car insurance. It was like the extended car warranty, because the lady was so freaking good. I called them to cancel because I don't need it. I'm going to buy a Tesla. I'm not driving. I have J Cunningham's car. Like, I don't need it. But she was so good, I had to buy from her. She had every rebuttal, dude. She was like a phenomenal sales girl. And that was like the one time that really happened. And I usually keep people on just to learn how they do it. So that's to be a really good salesman. And J Cunningham told me this, dude. J Cunningham, multi-millionaire, very successful guy, goes, yeah, some of that I let the telemarketers go to see how good they are. Like, he appreciates it. So as a business owner, I remember thinking, there's something wrong. I'm wasting time. It's always good to see how people are pitching. And then this is one thing I coach too, is when people are pitching you, you can actually repitch them on your product. I've done it many times. I've had people call me from Ty Lopez's office to try and get me on the podcast, and I wound up coaching the kid. You know what I mean? So, and I've done that many times.
So, okay, so you are very, very, I don't want to say skeptical, because that's a bad word, but you're very somebody's got to impress you big time in order for you to listen to the pitch, right? That's what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Wait, say that again?
Somebody's got to impress you a big time. Like, they got to impress you really well in order for you to listen to their pitch, right? How do you like getting?
Even the Indian guys calling me on the phone who are horrible. Hello, have you extended fee warranty, right? And I love them, but they're just bad, right? I try and tell them, hey, do you know Grant Cardone, man? You can get way better, man. Just think, hey, do this. I coach them right up there. Do a big claim. Say, I'm from here, right? Like, Grant does the whole cold calling thing. Probably the best thing ever. I did it for JC Downer. I'll probably do it again for this eventually and do 300 calls a day. That was the challenge they gave me in one of the mentorship groups. It really just broke my mind hustle. Once you keep going, how great it is,
Okay, so for me, how I like getting pitched, that is a really good question. For me, how I like getting pitched is I like to, I respect when somebody's really good at it, but I don't like to be pushed. And I hate getting pitched where you can tell it's just like there's no effort in it, right? It's just mass copy and paste. It's
Right.
you know, the way I bought, one of the best ways that I'm thinking of the last time that I had a really good sales experience was I went to a Michael's Jewelers, and I still remember the lady's name. She was so good. Her name was Anne, and she sold me my fiance's necklace. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know really what I want. I know I want to get her something special, like maybe a necklace. And she was like, okay, yeah, let me show you my favorite. Now, it was a lot easier for her because I was going in and I needed something. But my plan was not to buy. She was so good. She offered the 3 different necklaces. And then she said something to me, which I know is what made me buy, right? She did something to me because my plan was not to buy and I didn't want to feel pressured. Mm-hmm. She said to me, listen, if now isn't the right time, you can always go home, think about it. It's fine. You know, but like, if you want to get it done, we'll get it done today. And I don't know if she realized that there was too much pressure and she alleviated the pressure, but as soon as she said that, I was like, you're cool. You're not just going in straight for the kill. I like you. Let's do this. I respect this a lot. So how
mosquito.
So that's so I respect when somebody respects me. That's just flat out what it is. To make it short, I respect.
And she kind of did that, and that's one thing that I coach or people coach sales, right? Is you back off and then you go for the close. You give people kind of exactly. You kind of just read where they're at. You kind of give them the thing, but then if you believe in your product enough, and like you wanted to take care of the person and solve their problem, like you had a problem, you were there for a need, you wanted it for her to solve it. Did you wind up buying that day?
I did, yeah. $1,200.
You believe she sold you or you bought? What happened? Did you buy it or did she sell you?
That's a great question. Both actually happened. Because my intent was to look, my intent was not to buy. But I did wind up buying, but I know I was sold to. So both happened, right? But I felt like more like I just genuinely remember thinking, wow, damn, she's good. I really appreciate what she did. And she did an awesome thing too. She followed up 6 months later, sent a handwritten note, dude, and said, hey, Josh, this is Ann. Hope your girlfriend, his girlfriend back then, really enjoyed the necklace. You know, hope things are going well. For all your needs, you know, come on back and see me. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. You know. So now when I'm thinking about picking out wedding bands, where do you think I'm going to go to? You know.
Yeah, no, that made me think. I wrote a lot of Christmas cards for JC Townie's window sales, and a lot of them didn't get sent. I was going to put lottery tickets in them. Because Mike Fuccini's like, that's old, don't do it. It made me feel stupid. And then Jason Townie's like, no, it's a great idea. I did that when I started my business. I was like, why did I listen to that Mike Fuccini? Like, I love Mike. Mike's a good kid. Me and the kid are good. But, like, I should have sent a lot. I gave out a few in person that day, but I'm actually going to send some out. So I'm glad she said that. And Grant talks about that all the time, the power of a handwritten letter in the business boot camp. They show it up there. So it's crazy. But, yeah, so and the reason why I asked, the dad says that, by the way. Dad goes, Jeff, don't ever tell anybody I sold someone. Tell them, oh, this person bought. People like to buy. They don't like to be sold. So once you can kind of transition that they feel like they're buying, she just gave you 3 choices, it's good. But we're kind of getting away from marketing. We're getting more into sales, which maybe we should do a later time. But
I agree.
What you want to do, and actually I'll show it right here, is tell people what you do. So the reason why I have this hat here, it's not the style, it's not the most favorite thing, but it says inspire others, always has my name on there. When I am speaking, I am inspiring. And now if people need to find me, they can either look here or they can look at my shirt. That also, this is what I got off Vistaprint, inspire others always. I've had this for a while. You can go in the merch store. See, now I'm going to do it. I'm going to plug right here, right? You can go to inspireothersalways.com or mydreamskeepmeawake.com at the bottom, and you can buy some merch for here. If you want to support the cause, which by the way, I don't think I get any of the money. It goes to J Rock Real Estate.
Okay, so like, you just did 3 plugs there right away, right? So dude, I love it. But so you're so good at it, right? So you'll talk about something and then be like, oh yeah, you can get this here, get this here. How did you get to be number one? You're naturally good at just talking and engaging with people. A lot of the people who are watching this might be thinking to themselves, well, I'm not naturally good at this, right? Naturally, I'm shy. right? So how do I just go and start telling people what I do? How do I just all of a sudden, like, do I start off with it? So I'm like, hi, yeah, my name is Josh Lewis, and you know, I'm in you know, whatever it is. I sell party hats, you know? Like, do you start with that? How do you do it? How did you get comfortable doing that?
So yeah, so really, dude, you set goals. So this is why I do coaching, where I figure out people what they are, what they want in life, right? And because when you have goals, like my goal is 77 million. I'm not going to get there by just sitting around not telling people what to do or selling product. You know what I mean? Like the reason why you transact products, you have to transact money. You do. You have to ask for money. Someone was asking me for a free coaching session recently, and I was just like, "What do you like?" This girl Evelyn, actually, she still hasn't booked it, I don't think. I give her a shout out. She's from Dubai, and so she's like, "What do you like? What can I give you instead?" And I was like, "Money." Right? And the reason why is because I'm going to do a lot more with money, and I'm very confident what I'm going to do with money to help change the world. So as he goes over there, actually, let me see if I can share my screen, because I did want to share. Here, let me pull. I actually can. So let me actually pull it up here before you guys see all the emails I have up here. All right. So yeah. So that's a great question, though, Josh. How do you tell people what you do? You have to believe in what you do. It's that simple. Like I literally believe this hat is really nice. It's a form-fitted hat. It has a little sticker on here so you can pretend to be ghetto, right? They also have a flex hat. It's fitted where it fits nice. I like snapbacks more. I think I look kind of like a douche that way. But it has my name. They fit nice. All the material is great material. I'm actually going to order a little bit for my Amazon Prime show coming out. I think I'm going to rock it on the episode. But like I believe in the product. Before then, if I didn't believe in the product, when I had these little flimsy Easter print shirts, they were nice, but I didn't like the logo. I didn't push it. I wouldn't sell it. You know, like there were certain things. So you got to believe in it. And that's the thing. You got to believe so strong that I believe like anybody who has this or has a bracelet that says you have no idea how powerful you are, right? This will benefit them and cheer up their day. And you're going to want to give it to somebody for $1 or, you know, or 2 for $5, you know, like,
Right.
So that's you got to believe in what you're doing. Like if you don't believe in it, it's no good. I sold Ambit Energy, right? Cool, saved a few people a few pennies, but I didn't believe in it, and I still made money at it, right? So you got to believe in it. You got to believe in whatever you're doing, and I think a lot of people do. And the people who don't are upset with their jobs. Like when I taught at the school, when I taught, you know, whatever it was, language arts, they made me teach something stupid. I didn't believe in it, so the lesson wasn't good. When I taught money management, man, those classes were, because this is my passion, you know, helping people make more money. It's totally my passion.
Okay, so you got to believe in what you do. I love that. And you learn from everyone's pitch. That's what I have, and tell people what you do.
But here's the thing: to do it, let's say you're not like me. Let's say you don't talk a lot, right? You have to literally create a story in your head, right? This is exactly that'll overcome that. You have to create a story in your head that will basically say to people, their life will be better off knowing this information. I know this now. I wish they would know it. And you have to believe that so much that it'll be better. Like I literally believe anybody would be better with an Inspire There's Always hat than a freaking Cleveland Cavaliers hat. I 100% believe that. I believe it's a better message I can if I run for president, this will be my campaign slogan, right? So if I get people to wear it now, it'll make it easier for when I run, you know?
Gotcha. Okay, so their life will be better with your service, with your product in it.
Grant used to say that too. Do you remember Grant said to Elena Cardone, hey, people's lives get better around me. And Elena Cardone thought, what a douche, right? It's funny, they tell a story. And I say that all the time. Like now, like I don't have a girlfriend. The girls I like whether it's, well, anyway, I'm not going to name some girls here. I'm finally going to be like that.
The girls I like, number 1, number 2, number 3. You rank them?
Well, no, I just know that they're potential things. I still got to make that list, dude. I'm not going to sell the list anymore, but I got to make the list of what it is. But anyway,
so
tell people what you do is the first thing, right?
Yep.
And start now. Think of a creative way you can tell someone what you do.
Right now?
Yeah. Like where can you post it? How can you do it? I'll tell you a funny story. Well, I don't want to keep talking. So here, you tell me a way you think you could do it, and I'm going to tell you a funny story.
No, I was just going to say, like, well, because here's the thing. I honestly believe I know without a shadow of a doubt, people's lives will be better with the services that, you know, we're going to provide with changing lives financially. Not only will they be better, they'll be changed drastically forever. We'll change their family tree. We'll change their life. We'll change their family's life. It'll be fantastic, right?
By the way, guys, go to changinglivesfinancial.com and you can see what he's talking about, the vision. There's probably typos, there's probably misspellings because I wrote it. And guess what? I'll get better. Sylvia, Anthony, anybody like that. But I don't care. Action is better than not doing and not having something to have out there. Because I have these cards right now out, which we'll talk about how I'm giving them out. And I'm going to tell a funny story. But yeah, so what's one way you could like think of just creatively?
So like to go out to people and what?
Anywhere, social, outside, where's one way you can market and tell people what you do?
All right, so I'm trying to think of something that would be beneficial for me and for people watching this too as well. Let's just say Facebook, right? Facebook is one of the most clouded places. Right now it's COVID, right? So there's not a lot of places that you can go to where people are going to be, I don't know, maybe that's a limiting belief I have in my head, but where you can just run up to somebody and go, yo, you should have my product, you know?
Yeah, dude. Here, I'll tell you a quick story. Guy trying to recruit me. I get recruited all the time for all these MLM stuff. I don't know. They were selling. I'm sure it's a great product. It's like I would make you live longer and look younger and have more energy. And I'm like, dude, I need more energy. I'm not gonna sleep. But the guy's like, you don't need it. Still, nice guy. His wife tried to sell me on Web Talk, whatever, which is a stupid. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna. Inspire as always. It's not stupid. I just didn't like the business structure of it. But anyway. But what was I going to say was he goes, you know, we have a rule that anybody around you within, what is it? I think he said within 10 feet you talk to. I watched you. You have within a 2-foot rule. You talk to everybody. Like, it's just insane. And my whole thing is, and I've always kind of been this way. So, like, I don't want to think just because I'm here, not everybody can be that way. But I will say once you start doing it and it gets addicting. It really does. And you just get fun about what you do. And really, like, I had a lady so mean to me. See this haircut? Great clips. I don't even know her name. I forget her name. Great haircut. Came out very good. The most rude lady ever. I market to everybody. She put me off so bad. I thought it was a good haircut. She wasn't even worth me marketing to. There's just some people I didn't want to sell to, man. And I picked that. I was actually upset because anytime I get a haircut, I get by somebody else because Yasmin retired. I used to get cut by Yasmin. Shout out to her wherever she is. She watches all this stuff. But I'm like, oh, haircut, good chance to market. That's literally how I feel, right? You know, do they have an IUL? Do they know this? Where are they putting their money? Let me help them out, you know?
Okay, so, all right. So we just talked about, to get back on track real quick. So it's like, I said, all right, so Facebook, right? So let's say I want to pick Facebook. That's a place that I want to market at. How would I go about that?
So really what I would do, nobody knows you right now and people don't like this answer, you would put it in your name of your Facebook. So like I was Jeff Crash Cunningham. People knew me as Crash right away. This brought me up from, you remember I was Jeff Crash Cunningham, right? Jeff, why you crash? Yeah. Oh, you crash cars, blah, blah. I was already known for that just because I put it in my middle name, right? Now I'm J Cunningham on my personal Facebook. If I can have it, right? Because of football, and it tells the story to it. It's a story time where it hooks people about Tebow. That's why I leave it. It's all marketing stuff, you know? Plus, I like the nickname Tebow that I got. Probably one that I always wanted a nickname. I hated the name Jeff for a while. By the way, thank you. And thank you to Enrique, who was on his podcast, which was a great podcast. Bad audio, but really good content. If everybody's listening to it, DM me on Jeff the Entrepreneur. I'll tell everybody. But you said Jeff J Cunningham. He does it. I love when people enter Jeff J, because I go, Jeff J here to make your day. Because the J reminds me of Jason, which I really had. You know, I don't need to wait for an anniversary to be sad and like remember a moment and do it. Kind of had one today and really kind of lit the fire underneath me to really just do more today, which was awesome.
Okay, yeah, me too, man. I know, and it was awesome. And yeah, that's.
Did you see Caden? By the way, Jason's son wrote on the post that I posted.
No, I didn't.
He posted respect, so I told him, hey, you got to come on a growth show. So I really do want. For this season 1 or whatever growth show to actually start bringing people in, maybe even the
absolutely. I agree. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to check that.
Yeah. Let me pull up. So I'm going to pull up the thing just because I know I get sidetracked and everything here. But so the first thing you have down, right? Tell people what you do. So that's the thing. I have Jeff the Entrepreneur because that is my Instagram. literally, like, it announced that I'm entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is kind of a punchy word. I literally was thinking, you remember I said, Josh, I got to change my name from DJ Crash 7 to something. I didn't know what it was. So I changed to Jeff the Entrepreneur, and like a week later, I'm in a live with Grant Cardone, and he said, everybody said, follow Jeff the Entrepreneur. And now it just became, I'm just known as Jeff the Entrepreneur, right? And literally, dude, I literally found my life calling to be an entrepreneur. Like, I always had the thing, like, it's cool, man. Like, you ever been through life,
dude, I mean, that's the power of psychology, right? It became your identity, right? You put something on you, you put a label on you, and it now became who you were. You already were that person, but now you live up to it, right?
Dude, I feel like I found my purpose. Like, so to build Kokomo J's, right, the coffee shop music studio that I will build one day, you need to be an entrepreneur. You need to be able to build systems really well, you know? And even though, like, certain people wouldn't let me manage a restaurant or do this stuff, and I did. It's funny, dude. I always fold to the things that they don't let me do just to get fueled to be like, well, I'm going to own the world, right? I don't know why I do that, too. Tom Brady does that, too. And that dude even deflated balls and probably cheated a little bit, but go Bucks this year, you know?
Okay. All right. So let's get back on track here. So you all right. So Facebook, your things, telling people what you do. So put it in my name. That's what you'd say. What's another tip that you could give somebody?
So even if you put it in your name, put it right. This freaking mosquito. Put it right in. He keeps like dive bombing at me. She's having a fun time. Put it in. Put it in your description right away. Like, so I'm Jeff the Entrepreneur, and I have a Make More Money Now coach right there. That's exactly what it is. So people are like, oh, I want to make more money. Oh, and let me actually explain this. So this kid searched a video. This is the power of YouTube and being a YouTuber, right? This kid searched for Clearwater on Beach. Look at this lead. He's going to be a coaching thing. I can't even find him in here. I got to actually find him here. So I was looking for it. I could actually probably share my screen with the phone, too. But anyway, I guess I don't really need to show you to see it, but here's a Puzzle Brains on Instagram. So look, this is him. He goes, you can't even see it. He's like, hi, I'm 19 years old. I asked him how he sees me. Dude, he came and followed me, DMs me, right? He's like, I saw a video on YouTube about you with Clearwater that I wanted to go to one day. That's one of my dreams. And then I looked you up on Instagram, and you're a coach. How do I make more money? He's 19. He lives in the UK, and it's currently 3:32. I do affiliate marketing, SMM agency, trading. I know I'm a screw up because I should only focus on one thing. So then I sent him my coaching link. I'm currently learning copywriting, which is cool. Maybe I'll hire him. Well, with my funnel team, because we already have copywriting. But my whole point is, see what I did. I told people what I did. He searched me. He came in organically, and I get a lot of leads this way by telling people what I do. You know.
Okay. All right. Cool. So tell people what you do, and then
and always change it up. Don't keep it. You'll see I'll change it again too. Tell them in a different way, because one person's going to see Make More Money Coach. Someone's going to see online business coach, and someone will be attracted to online business coach. Someone will be attracted to Make More Money Now coach. You know, change it up every 3 weeks, 7 months. Don't keep something the same. So that's the same way Dunkin' Donuts puts a new flavor on their menu all the time, right? You need change because people see different things. All right.
So okay, so assume authority. Tell people what you do. Believe in yourself. Believe that their life will be better with your product, with your service, and then putting it in your name. So putting in your name what you do. And then let's get right into, how do you break through the noise, right? So how do you, if you're cold calling somebody, or even if it's a warm lead, how do you break through the noise and get and hook their attention?
So I think I sent you a video today by Grant talking to college kids. Like, I'm always learning from different people. Kids went up to Grant and asked him, hey, how do you do email marketing, right? How do you really do email marketing? And Grant's such a tall dude, right? He's sitting there with these young college kids. Man, it's tough, man. He's, you know what? You just want to get him on the phone, man. He's like, at the end of the day, all you're trying to do is get him to a phone call. He goes, because you're not going to do anything in email, right? And that's what Grant just bottom lined it, right? And I was like, man, that's kind of true. Like, so we do an email marketing thing. We have all this crappy. I'm going to tell Oswaldo, we'll set up a totally different phone because I don't want to give my personal number. And have people just call right then. Like, give them a call to actually call a number, and then maybe have a go to voicemail. And that's always how I'm always thinking of different things. But really what you want to do, I'm going to share the screen here now on it. Let's do this there to actually show you. So this is a webinar. This is the first webinar. Shout out to Lewis House for challenging me to do this. I think you saw some of this. This explains a lot what's going to be in the book here. So actually, I had the first part in here. So now this is let me go here. So look there, my wife, my brothers, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
So my team, this is all people. You need a team. We'll talk about that later, how it makes it easier. I talk about fulfillment, whatever you do. Coaching business fulfills me more. I probably made more money then. That's different ways I made money. I'm going to go through the whole thing. All right. So this was kind of what we're talking about here. Let me go full screen here. F11, I think still works. Yeah. All right. You should be everywhere telling everyone what you do. This is a good example of it, right? So in this video here, Secrets of Millionaire Mind on YouTube, I talk about being a money coach. I think even before people paid me money for being coaching, right? I was manifesting whatever. I always knew I wanted to help someone coach someone. I figured this video is going to be up one day. I had like $5,000 in my hand. Someone's going to be like, man, I want to learn. And I really had $5,000. I felt like I got $5,000. I could help someone get $5,000. And that was even my $5,000. Okay. It was, if watch the video, it tells it. See, that's a tease, right? Now I'm telling you for people to watch Secrets of Millionaire Mind video. Look, Make More Money podcast. So this person said, this is amazing. I definitely need some coaching sessions from you. And you see 2 replies, right? This was back 11 months ago, and this was even before that. I followed up on it right away, right? She's one person. But this is literally the first part of marketing. People will see something 5 times before they buy it. It's statistics, and believe it more 10 times. Don't even believe it 5 times. Believe they need to see you 5 times. Like there's so many people see Jeff the Entrepreneur online, and I got to be on more spaces. I got to be on TikTok more. I'm not, and I know I have Jeff the Entrepreneur on TikTok. I think I might even pay someone to like post some videos on there or something. But so that was the first step. So the next step, this is good because it'll get visuals of it, right? So do you know what psychographics means?
No, tell me.
So watch, we'll do it here. Define psychographics. Oh, it says it right here.
Psychographics means the study and classification of people according to their attitudes, aspirations, and other psychological criteria, especially in market research.
So I studied this a while. Like, I study some stuff, dude, that like I'm me, and like I know I'm really like I studied a lot, so I can really help a lot of people. Like I know some stuff. So psychographics is literally, to break it down from that, the mindset of the person you're trying to reach. It's that simple. So this is why it's so important, because you have to get in their mind. And a lot of why I love Instagram to reach out on, but I do it on Facebook. I got somebody off Facebook today. I got someone on LinkedIn the other day, right? And it's all prospecting. And I should probably talk about prospecting too, on how that's such a big course before it comes natural. If nobody knows who you are, right, you tell people, but people aren't always going to come to you, okay? You got to prospect. You got to tell them what you do to build credibility, right? So tell them what you do. And then you got to prospect. Before you even prospect, you want to get into the mindset of the person you're trying to reach. So a lot of times we'll use Instagram, for example, because I'm on it all the time. It's the best way to get in touch with me. You can literally go to someone's profile, look up what they are, scan their profile a little bit, and really see what they do and if they're like-minded before you even message them, right? And what's a good, Vanessa Lou was one of the people who we've done some stuff together. She's big on Instagram. She even talks about how, you know, their hashtags would still work and everything to grow on hashtags, and we won't go on Instagram. Maybe we'll do something about that later on. But DMs are everything, right? Because they're personal, they're connections, right? So I think everybody's gotten the Bitcoin trader guy who sends a whole message to get the mass message. So the reason why that works though, if it didn't work, people wouldn't do it, right? And it works because they do numbers. Numbers always work. So you do that 1,000 times, you get 1 or 2 people are going to say yes. It doesn't work with us, probably doesn't work with a lot of people. And they're probably burning themselves out, but they're copy and pasting, they're doing it cool, right? I'm not a big copy and paste fan. I will show, maybe I'll keep the actual tools for the coaching sessions that are secrets, but I'll go over everything here. So you can fill in the blank of what they will pay for, but you have to ask them. So see, look, this was something I put up here. So this is me telling people coaching session, times to change their lives. I showed that this girl paid $250, which she did. I put it out there, told people what I did. All of a sudden it became worse. Then all of a sudden people started seeing that, right? So this is big though. you get the leads by reaching out to help. So what you got to think of today, I'll tell the story here. I left a party at Dan Zarefsky's birthday. By the way, I didn't know. Did you know it was their birthday party or no?
Yeah, it's your kid's birthday party.
I didn't even know. I didn't bring a gift or anything. I felt bad, but so I left there. But let me actually talk while I was there. So while I was there, the new Changing Lives Financial, which by the way, Josh, when I go look at the place with Walter on Queen Street, I want you to come look with me. I want you to see how I negotiate down the price and everything I do. All right, because I want feedback on how I can get better. And Walter's a very successful guy. He knows of Grant Cardone, right? So you get leads by reaching out to help. So this girl was in here. She grew up in a town in like Fairfield. She married this dude, Johnny, from Columbia. He came from Columbia with 18 years old with a backpack on it, and built himself to success. He's now a police officer and this whole deal, right? So we were just talking, at a party, and then I asked the qualifying question. Do you know what my qualifying question is?
Do you know Grant Cardone?
Do you know why that is, though?
Because you want to get in their mindset. You want to know how they think.
Yeah, so kind of, yeah. So going back to this here, I want to get the mindset of the person in their reach, where they're at. A lot of times too, I know I'm a lot, Josh. I'm not like, I know I can be a lot for everybody. I know I'm not like, sometimes I can slow down with the old grandma and show her how we're going to paint her door and do it. But me, I just want to go, right? Grant Cardone, go. So if people know Grant Cardone, they're okay with him, then they'll be okay with me. That's kind of my little process. You know what I mean? Like, if people say they don't like him, I'm like, oh, they're probably not going to like me. You're not going to like dealing with me a lot. Now, that doesn't say I'm totally different than him. Like, I think he's his own person. I hate people who come up to me and be like, oh, I'm kind of like you, Jeff. I don't think I'd be like, everyone's unique. Grant's totally unique, but just that's the type of person that. But, so I always talk about a video is the way I do it, right? That video is worth 1,000,000 words, right? So they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think video, like right now we're on video, I think video is huge. It builds trust, right? There's a book by Stephen Covey called The Speed of Trust. Michael Burke, who's a big a student of Stephen Covey. It's a great book. I read it when I first started the thing. You can listen to it on Audible. It's a great book. But Michael Burke, who's going to be on the Make More Money podcast, he's like a modern day Stephen Covey. He studied all his stuff and did it. I'm like more studied all Grant stuff and I kind of regurgitated a little bit, But so great thing about online, yeah, it's funny. I didn't read what I wrote. You can send a video and tell everyone what you want in that video and earn their trust in that moment. And so it's really trust. You're building trust right there. Why should I believe this, right? So first thing, tell people what you do. Once you tell them, then you got to prospect, right? You got to look at people where they're like, right? For marketing, this is for anything. Like you talk about a physical product, right? If you're a brick and mortar, it's a little tougher, right? We're talking more social media, but if you want, I can talk about like at a gas station, right? Like I'm gonna go to a gas station. Look, wearing this shirt, right? Okay. So this is already some telling people what I do. Kind of, I have a YouTube channel. I inspire the people, right? I do coaching sessions that inspire, right? Then I go to the gas station. I talk to the person in line. I'm in line. This is wasted time. Let me start marketing, right? I don't know why I'm like this, but I really am. It's kind of, when I say this, it sounds kind of crazy. But dude, I literally believe someone's in line, their day's pissed, they're like picked off. They will be better by being around me. Like the one thing I can say can actually lighten their day,
No, I know. So that's something I need to adopt a little bit more of, because I always thought that was an extremely, extremely arrogant thing to think. Like your life will be better with me in it, right? Like with the Grant Cardone thing. So that's why I always.
But think about it. Why is someone's life like? Is your life pretty good right now?
No, it's great. Yeah.
Okay. And I feel bad now because I didn't do this with the girl who cut my hair, right? So I'm not going to say, but there's some people, dude, they're so negative. Les Brown talks about this. You don't even want to be around them, man. And that's also like being able to read people. Like, I still think I could reach her. I think I got to warm her up. I almost want to get my hair cut. Like, I like challenges, right? And it's probably not even, but she was nasty. She had a little tattoo behind her neck. It was just, anyway. But
go ahead. People's lives being better.
So yeah, you got to realize that you have information they don't have. I spent $7,000 in coaching. I went to thousands of dollars of courses. I went to $5,000 for it was $5,000 for a boot camp. Right, sat in there, learned all that, learned like $1,000, right? They probably went to college, learned all the same stuff everyone, and they're in the little same hole I think Tony Robbins talks about it. Goes to the box, sits in a box, goes to the box, watches the box, goes to bed, right? That's your life. Like, think about it, man. Like, anybody look at a hamster on a wheel, be like, man, I want to be that hamster. Nobody wants to be that. And people are actually living that. So don't really like tell them, man, you're in a horrible life, right? Just kind of just you kind of can read each situation. Really what you do, I really tell people what I do right away. So like, let's say I'm in the line at a gas station or in there, all of a sudden I'll literally start going live on my phone and start talking because he makes people that. And I sometimes I won't make a connection, but I'll go live just to pique their interest. And then I'll say, oh yeah, dude, I used to tell people I get paid from Instagram before I got paid from Instagram because I wanted to, you know. It's more manifesting stuff too, you know. But yeah, so that's what you got to do. You got to believe enough in whatever you do that life people will be better. I guess, dude, I mean, maybe it is arrogant, but as long as your heart's in the right place and you're not just like, I'm better, like just give them the light. Like I can give people thousands of knowledge by sitting next to people. Pay hundreds of dollars. People are paying $300 for me to coach this week. I'm sitting next to you in a gas station. I can share you the same stuff right there if you really want, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I'm with you. All right. So let's, so we've got telling people, what you do. And
Which
then
is
your life,
attention, right? Grant will say attention. Get attention. Hey, right? That's what he says. It's the same thing, man. It's attention, and any way you get attention, put your name in your profile. Anywhere you do, print it on a shirt. You have Kate's muscle, right? He tells people what they do. I have this on my hat here. You can look at it anywhere there is, you know?
so how do you deal with rejection, right? So let's say you're telling people what you do, you know, you're looking for attention, but people are ghosting you on social media. They're not listening to you. They're not paying attention to you. I mean, it's hard for people to not listen to you and pay attention to you, but I've lived with you all my life. You and I both know when the person's like, yeah, I'm not about whatever energy you have right now. And you're pretty good at, you know, going away from that. But for the people who are listening to this, how do you deal with the people who, you know, all of a sudden who don't pay any attention to you, right? Because you're trying to market to people, you're trying to get the attention. But what happens, like you're trying to get like at least 10 people or 5 people, and you reach out to 15 people, and 5 of them don't respond, 2 of them say not interested, and you know, I don't know. I'm not making up statistics, but so how do you deal with the rejection of people not paying attention to you? What's the cure for that?
Here's the tip. This is really it. So write this down, right? You have to realize that they don't reject everything.
What do you mean by that?
So 100%, dude, rejection sucks, man. It always sucks. When it's a girl turning you down, the thing that sucks the most is when you do everything for a window sale and they say, we're going with another company. For me, that's probably the toughest thing still every single time, dude. I feel like I asked the girl, and she's like, yeah, we'll rather go with this guy. And like, we have everything that this guy has, so why'd you pick him? You just didn't like him, right? And that's what it really feels like. It's still the toughest thing. It still hurts, dude, every single time, you know? Every time, it's not good. But the way you deal with it is you got to realize it's a learning moment. Well, why did they pick him? And I always tell people, and this is the thing, call me, let me know why you picked them. And they said, well, he said he would guarantee the price for the windows for the next year, right? They tell me stuff like that. And I love, even though I lose the sale, I love learning. So I love learning why, right? One thing I'll say is, a lot of times in your process, this is why I get paid a lot of money as a coach. A lot of people get rejection. I promise you, the tactics I teach in coaching, depending on your course, it's all different. I'll teach you tactics that will literally, money back guarantee, will get you less rejection, more qualified. I have Antoine as one of my guests. You see him posting the Growth Mastermind group all the time. Literally just keep laying out a blueprint for him. There's other people too, man, who've done it. We'll lay out the same exact things, find figure out what they are, and really just help them out. And it's just the done-for-you blueprint script. This is what you can do. And it's not even a script. It's just these are the next steps, which I'm going to go over right here. I think I have them up.
All right. Yeah, cool. Because listen, I know your whole coaching thing is you don't want to give everything a coaching way, but at the same time, I want to add value to these people. I don't just want to do a pitch fest and be like, listen, if you coach for me or whatever
Well, I'm saying it's different. So let's talk about this. So here's the thing. Let's say you DM someone, they reject you. Okay, they like say not interested, right?
Or they don't even respond, right?
Yeah. So
how do you deal with that? How do you deal with people not responding to you? Do you follow up with them? What do you do?
So very simple. All the time, I'll kind of, no, maybe I'll go to the whiteboard here because I feel like.
Because I think right now that is more prevalent now than ever. I think people are getting bombarded. We're marketed no matter what. Everything's marketing. Everything is. And I think human beings are getting to the point where we filter out everything, right? So when things are coming in, if it's not important to us, we're not going to be able to, we don't care about it. You know what I mean? So how do you get that person to care about it? And most of the time, people are going to ghost you, right? So most of the time when I talk to people online, it's more of like an engagement thing. We're talking.
That's why the first step is definitely getting people but getting in the mind of what they want. Because if you can do that, you can actually adjust your how you talk to them to that. That's why every question is different. But I will say everything starts with a qualifying question, right? So is that what you do? Do you actually, when people do it, because we got to break it down, are you actually asking a qualifying question to start?
For me, no. Yeah. I don't ask qualifying questions. I usually just say like, hey, whatever it is. If we connect through Tony Robbins, if we connect through whatever it is, I'm like, hey, how'd you hear of Tony Robbins? Or, whatever it is. Did you do this? I always ask a question. I don't ever just introduce myself. I ask a question about something unique to them.
Right. Okay. That's good. So that's good. You want to ask a qualifying question. I've done this before, right? People don't answer. Do you know Grant Cardone? Nothing. Crickets, right? Then this is what you do, right? This is huge. You want to be genuinely interesting. So people like interesting people. We watch movies. We people watch at restaurants, right? All the time. It doesn't change whether it's social media or anything like that, right? So you have to be interesting. So the best way to be interesting is you can either send an article on something that was interesting that you did that connects with your qualifying question, right? Like when we have the Amazon Prime show, I'll definitely be sending that out to people about stuff, right, too, that's interesting, right? To something, oh my God, it's on Amazon Prime, who's this guy, right? That's another reason why it's cool that it's going on. Or I send, this is why I'm a huge proponent of, we have video, there's phones, and then I send a video, right? And the reason why is because even the question is all that. People look at the question, oh, this guy's trying to sell me something. If you have a video and it follows these things, it follows the taglines. Like mine that I sent is, do multimillionaires care? Watch, this one does. It's curious. Ask questions. A lot of people think multimillionaires don't care. So it gets everybody. This one does. How does he care? And it gets them a click. It's a very well thought of one that worked very, very, very well, right? I can show you in coaching things, and I can even show here, some of the former videos I sent that didn't do as well. I suck, dude. I would send videos. I still had an idea to do video, but it didn't hit this. So in here, you want to connect with emotion, and you can do it. It doesn't have to be in video, but video works 10 times faster than this. You'll be messaging someone all day. You can also do this with voice message, or you can. Some people do a video right here, right on Instagram. I'm not a big fan of all that because sometimes you don't feel like doing it. You don't look good. You're in the car, whatever. You want to connect with emotion first. And then you want to offer value. And then you want to do a subtle call to action. And this is all from, not from Grant, but Pitch Freak Antonio, because the mentorship group. He has a call, close with your open, that explains all this stuff in it. He flips it. He says start with value first. I've had more luck because I buy with emotion, right? So I start with emotion because that's how I buy, right? And so I can sell those people who buy with emotion a little bit better, right? The way you might do it is you might do value, but anything has this. A bounty commercial shows the emotion, right, of the little dog, cute dog, knocks over the tomato juice, spills. They show the value of bounty kick, cleaning it up, and then they show the quicker upper bounty, the logo, right? By the way, Bounty's not paying us to promote that, but that little commercial got all that in there, right? So this is a big way to do it. You don't have to, but I say, why not? You have all the strategies to do it. Go create a video that creates this. So if you do get ghosted because of this, you can then hit them with this. And then what you do, this is all for the ghosting part, right? You say, keep your video short, concise, hit this stuff. something catchy, you want the tagline, you want the thumbnail, all that stuff too. I say everybody do it on YouTube because it leaves longer. You can do it on Instagram post and share it. And I do think have a version of it cut out on Instagram, but I'm a big YouTube fan because it can go on every platform and it lives on there and you can kind of share it for everything. But then I would say when you have 2 minutes, because who doesn't have 2 minutes? Or if it's someone even more famous, when you have 30 seconds, watch this video, right? Let me know what you think. And it's all different. So you're going to tease. You got to believe, I didn't go over this one, but you got to believe people care. Because if you don't believe people care, you won't send the question, you won't send the video, you won't send that, right? You have to believe it. You have to believe they care about something. And then let's say they do none of this. Let's say you send the video that they ghost you, right? Okay, because it's possible. You got to think to yourself, this is what I think. Okay, they didn't like any of this. Who are they, DM? So then I'll get into their friends. I've done this before. I've gone and found someone who actually talks to them and asked them, what do you talk to them about, right? And then I find out, because I really wanted whoever it was, on what they talked about. Oh, I talked to him about he likes Forex, right? Oh, okay, boom. So then I went back. All of a sudden now, the great thing, and Omar, the Passionate Few, who's coached me, believe it or not, the guy's awesome. He's really cool. If you have never seen his podcast, the great thing about freaking Instagram is you can auto send all your DMs and you let some time go. He's done this how he got a lot of his guests. You can just go right back to his kid and start again. Learn some information and start again. You can start new, right? And people don't even know on Instagram, which is a huge way to do it, you know?
What do you, wait, auto send your DMs? What do you mean auto send?
No, you can unsend them.
Oh, unsend them.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I think I knew that.
So watch, I'll show everybody just so they don't know. So this is him here. I'm talking to this kid. So you click it here. You hold on to it. And it's hard to do it backwards. I'll do it right here. All right, see? So you click on it, it comes up unsend, right?
Gotcha.
Boom. See? So it's just a good way of once you learn some information, because information is power, right? On all that.
Right.
So if someone doesn't, and even if they see it, people are so busy and everything, like don't even feel. And then, dude, I've done it where like Yahya Baklar was someone I didn't realize he was going to be in our group and he's awesome, but I totally tried to pitch him on something, right? Because he was a big influencer, right? And then, dude, as soon as I found out he was in there, I unsended everything and I reached out to him. And then he's like, hey, what up? Oh, you know, not that it really matters, but. And I watched him how I tried to sell it. Dude, Yahya Baklar totally ghosted me, right? Now he doesn't. Now he responds to everything I say, right? So sometimes timing is everything, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so.
Well, here, let me go back to the thing, because this kind of will go through the step of it. So let me share this. So the first thing, tell people what you do. The second thing is prospect and ask a qualifying question. Right? That's what you have?
Yep.
And you got to think about it, like any marketing, right? And I know like qualifying, it's like, oh, it sounds work. If you look at like some of the highest paid ads in the Super Bowl, they'll start out with a question and get people thinking, right? Like, what would the world look like with this, right? So it's the same marketing. Like now, and what I would say to people is when you're thinking, start watching ads, start watching commercials. Which one intrigued you? Why? Learn from them, and then just when you go to talk to someone, replay that same ad format if it's good and you like it to somebody else. You pay thousands of dollars in rooms with all minds. You're getting pitched all the time for ads. Look at what they do and just duplicate. Like Success Leaves Clue, if they got on TV, right? Well, or even Instagram, right? A lot of Instagram ads. Look at what they do and how they sell the ones you like, and just duplicate that. It's not really rocket science, you know.
Sure. No, that's good advice. I like that.
Yeah, dude, it's really the Grant. I copy a lot of Grant stuff. Actually, personally, I think Grant's copying some of my stuff right now. He has a make more money 10x income thing.
Does he?
Yeah, I sent it to my funnel guy, like, hey, is Grant copying me? I think even Matt Buchanan and all those dudes kind of copied me a little bit, but it's good. All right, so this is kind of it, right? So this is kind of what I said. So everybody always says, and listen, there's different takes on this. This is my way to do it. It's not the one right way, but everybody hits these parts. I hit it a little different. For qualifying question we went over, send a video of what you do and why. Now about them, you know, ask them a question, because everybody's favorite topic is themselves. But if you're not, here's the thing. If they're not in the right qualifying thing that you want, right, You talking to them is just going to lead to like you just, and I'm cool with just talking to people, man. I'm not going to sell everybody anything, but I want to be like Jeff Bezos. I want to have a product for everybody buys from me. Okay. So I want to have a product for everybody buys. But qualify them, send a video of it. And now you can ask about them. So if they didn't do it, instead of just saying, do you want this? Then say, hey, what do you do for work? Because people always try and sound important, but they'll always tell you what they do for work for whatever reason. They just do. So that's like a great question right there. Don't lead with that one right away, because when you do, it's going to be like, they're trying to hire me. They don't know. But put a few things that kind of interest them. Put the video, and then that question works all the time. Like people go say, hey, what do you do for work? Oh, I coach people on how to make 6-7 figures online, and they're going to sound important. Oh, I work at a healthcare thing. Now you can connect with them. Oh my goodness, how was it during COVID, right? Oh, what's it like, right? There's that's a great question. What do you like doing? I think I put that. What do I do now? I coach people to make more money, right? Because then a lot of people, reciprocation, once they start answering, will say, what do you do? Are you taking a picture of this?
Yeah, for myself.
No, that's good, dude. Everybody taking pictures. This is going to be in the book, though, which I don't know, dude. I don't know if we're going to hit a recession, but the title was Getting Rich in a Recession. So sale. Another thing is, so a big thing that helps people know what you do, show proof of a sale or ask for a sale. As soon as you get someone, let's say like right now I'm trying to get people to a business presentation by the one that's backing Chasing Life Financial, I say, right? Actually, I haven't done this, but I should. As soon as someone says, yeah, I'll go to you, I should post up on my story or let them know, hey, this person's coming, you know. Mosquito, man. Sorry. It's going to eat me alive when I'm sleeping here. And tell them they qualify if they do. So I don't know what I meant there. Sometimes I don't write good. All right. So coaching your product, you get what you give in business. So these will look better at time. These are kind of bad. But really what I would do is once you kind of book someone, I would always over deliver. Like these are some people over deliver. Nathan is our PR guy. He's the guy who's going to do articles for us. They're going to get our headshots to him now that we have them. As Waldo always over delivered. Lewis House, Grant Cardone, J Cunningham, Josh Brown, Rob Wyman, Brad Lee. These guys are all Josh Lewis. You're up there. These are people. These are all people who've over delivered that made me want to come back to them to do business for some reason, right? They've given me more, you know. So a lot of times if you over deliver, let's say we set somebody up for a presentation, right? Let's say we set them up to a webinar, right? And it's not the right product for them. It's not, they don't want to get leads or something, right? I would rather over deliver and then send them, hey, what do you like? How can I help you? And connect them with somebody and leave a meaningful connection than just like leave it a thing. So always like look at different ways you can kind of over or give them something that you have, you know?
Right.
Okay. So we had one was tell everybody to do a qualifying question, right? But yeah, dude, let me go back to the rejection thing if I can. Can I?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, well, I don't want to spend too much time longer because we're almost at an hour, and I like to make shows about an hour.
No, I do want to say, there's a quote by Michael Jordan: "I can accept rejection, I can't accept not trying." And you literally have to believe, and it's tough. It takes a lot of stuff. Because, dude, I'll admit, even though I do it, I've gotten people who've been rude to me. I've gotten people who said, Jeff, the way you speak, nobody listens. You speak so much. And the thing is you almost have to believe in a way that your mission's so powerful that even on deaf ears, because you believe in there, your mission will penetrate through them eventually. Like you kind of like got to realize like, dude, I've been at people when they don't even listen to me. And I thought in my thing, okay, one day people will listen to me. Like I was at RHS crowd. They were not growth-minded people. I was speaking of what I needed to know. It was Keith, Danielle, and DJ actually was there. And DJ was like, dude, he created a code word for Tebow to be like, people aren't listening to you. And I was like, you know, I don't care. I need to get this off anyway, you know? But like, it hurts, dude. It really does hurt. I'm not going to lie. It's going to hurt. There's going to be stuff that's going to hurt in life, you know? And you got to realize in life and in business, you know, I think Jordan Peterson says life is pain and everything. You got to realize that it's not going to kill you. Like, that's the thing. It's not fatal. Like, Jay died. Like, that's the craziest thing. Think of, like, mom died, Jay died, right? Like, when Natalia broke up with me, it hurt, right? It was a girlfriend. My ego's hurt, the whole deal. But I thought it's not fatal. And that's the thing. Anytime, and I know that sounds so crazy, but Elon Musk says this. You got to have like a fatalistic belief, like, well, hey, it's not deadly, you know? And if it is, and dude, actually, you know who helped me? Mark Sweeney helped me with that. I was so worried about the kids and doing everything right and getting all the thing when I was first new. And he said, Jeff, you got to realize nobody's going to die here. Like, kids aren't killing each other here. Not, and they weren't. I mean, there was risk of it, but like that, like really relieved me. So anytime there was that thing, I realized, well, nobody's gonna die out of this, you know, because that's kind of like really the thing, you know?
So I wanna add that, like, you know, I think a lot of times why people tend to choose the rat race, the hamster on the wheel, is because people get rejected, and like especially in sales, especially in marketing, right? They get rejected, and their initial reaction is, "This doesn't feel too good. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this for a living. Do I really want to go do this for a living? Why? Because they're not good at what they do. 2, they don't tell people what they do. 3, they don't believe in that someone's life will be better. They don't believe any of that stuff, right? So they go into the marketing, they go into whatever it is, and then they go, oh, that stuff doesn't work. Why? Because they got rejected and it didn't feel good, right? And they got rejected 3 or 4 times and went, dude, do I really want to show up to work every single day and feel this feeling, right? And then people go, I'll go back to my 9-to-5 job because at least I don't get to feel this every single day, you know? And I think that's what really, I think everybody has an entrepreneurial like gene inside them, but I think that's the difference maker right there. People go, I don't like the way this feels, you know what I mean? And then they go away from it. So, I mean, all of what you, for me, I tend to be very certainty driven. So what you provided for me today, all I know is, you know, Ed Milet says something funny. He says that, he's like, you need to train people. And even if it doesn't work, you're training them. And let's say the training didn't work, because you're training them, they will think it will work. So it requires them to take more action, which will inevitably work, right? And what he means by that is saying, if you give somebody confidence that what they're going to do is going to work, they're going to go out there and they're going to go approach the situation with confidence. So if you just send somebody out there like a dead fish and go, yeah, go get leads. And they go, oh, okay, would you buy something for me? They're going to get rejected. But if you get them to the training and say exactly what you say, hey, my name's Josh. I help people change financial lives. You know, your life will be better. What did the Grant Cardone say? People's lives get better around me. People's bank accounts get bigger around me. Ooh, you should say that. But yeah, so like you say stuff like that. And if I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm well equipped, I'm more primed to go into a situation and okay with that rejection. So I think what happens is people just run away from what marketing, they run away from the sales game and go back on the hamster wheel because they're like, dude, this didn't feel good, you know? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, dude. I 100% do agree. But you got to realize that there's a lot of things that don't feel good in life all the time, and you can't chase like the good feeling all the time. Actually, to be an entrepreneur, you got to realize that like risks are to be taken, and you just got to learn like that this is kind of it. Like Elon Musk, one of the guys I admire, goes, starting a business is like eating glass and staring in an abyss. He's like, it's fun at the first start because you get all like this romantic feeling of, oh, what it could be. And then when you get in the trenches, it sucks, you know? Dude, even the window job sucks, but like I literally believe people are better off. Like, yeah, I'll tell the story quick. I had to leave the party, right? Went bartending. The lady's there. This lady loved money so much. She was very good at like money. And when I say love money, people think it's bad. It's good. It means she like took care of it. She pays all her credit card off the time. She doesn't know about IULs, right? I ask people all the time if they know about them. If you cash load them and you're a real estate investor or anything like that right away, you can actually make money. I asked Ian what happened to his whole life policy that he had because he put 12K and took a lot less because it was set up wrong. And I tried to explain it to him like how it was, right? So, and I want to make sure I never do that for anybody. That's the oath that changing your lives financial that me or anybody will take. We'll only set up for a policy for that. Maybe I'll even pay the difference or something. Like really, like be that confident about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't want to do it, but that's not in stone, guys. Don't say it any day like that because I don't know But like that's the why. That's the heart I have behind it. But so she's in there. She's talking about how they cut down a tree. They're coming for a meal. They just cut down a big oak tree, right? Oh, we cut it down with a cutter. It would cost us $1,500 to do it. We were able to do it for $800. We saved so much money, right? Oh, but it was work. We thought we were gonna knit the thing. Now we see why they get paid. And I said to her, well, I was like, yeah, I knew a tree salesman. They sell the insurance and that. Yeah, well, we rented it from Home Depot. Did it? I said, oh, great, that's awesome. So I'm talking to you, enjoy the meal. So we're talking. I forget she brought up windows are expensive. Anderson and Pella, right? I said, JC. So I tell her, hey, tell people what you do, right? This starts. Oh, I work for JC Tenati. I hear that all the time, right? Oh, you do? I hear Tenatis all the time. Yeah, you know what? Believe. You have belief in yourself. We're really the best. I really didn't even plan on working there. I tell the story, right? Now, dude, I'm following all the same steps, right? But it's all organic, right? Yeah, we actually have full-time staff that really come in. And I tell a great story about one of the staffs who on Christmas did a whole thing, right? Really just done like that Mayberry story, right? She's like, oh my God, you know what? I should have called Jason. I'm going to call Jason Kennedy tomorrow. Then we start talking. She talks about how her money is and how she has so much money saved up. And then I asked her, do you know about IUL policy? She said, no. I said, well, actually, my part of this policy, I'm building a business with my brother, Change Lives Financial, because money doesn't make any money in the bank. Because they printed all this money, there's huge inflation. If I can take someone like you and make you more money, you'll like me more. So when I open my coffee shop in Music City, you might come and visit, might buy a couple coffees from me, right? Oh yeah, hold it. Hey, you know what? After we do the window appointment, maybe I can show you something later there. Boom. There we go. Like, you know what I mean? It's really like.
Yeah, it definitely is better when you have more products to sell, right? Because not everybody's going to be looking for the product.
But yeah, not
Changing Lives Financials. What? Say that again?
Not everybody's looking for windows.
Right, exactly. Changing Lives Financial. Everybody needs to get in charge of their finances.
Which
The only person that,
JC Tenati, because he has a business, right? These window companies have a business. When enough people thought, man, I gotta change these windows, and it's enough business with his leads every day, with people being like, I think I'll buy it today. It's like it's crazy, and they're literally all leads all ready to buy. Like there's a few that are just kicking the tires, but dude, like I should be closing more with, especially. I mean, now they have time, so they're price shopping everybody. But
all right, so let's bottom line this, summarize. This has been great. Thank you so much for the value. It's been fantastic.
By the way, I do want to show this quote. Do you see this quote up here?
Clear is greater than clever. So what does that mean?
So we've all seen the little posts on or on Instagram or got hit by somebody or ads and this was by a marketing genius, Roy Vaden, who was in Lewis House. There was a little session with them. And this was, everybody tries to be clever with their copy and everything that. Just tell people what you do right away. That's what it's made for money now, coach. You know what I mean? It's not online business consultant or anything like that. That's clever. It sounds fancy. Nah, man, this is what we do. We're making more money now, right now. I'm going to teach anybody to make $2,500 the next week, right? I'll set you up to do that, right? I know I can do that. So, like, it's just clear, right? So clever is that. So a lot of people, even like some of the people, we've all got them, the message is, hey, Instagram giveaway, and they show the whole thing. It's all that. And it's cleverly written out and spaced out and everything. You're not. Nobody's really interested. I mean, there's a few people who are in the market for it, but it's not. If the person built it up, hey, this, that, and it's kind of, it's more work to do it the way I teach it, but it definitely will get 90% more results than being clever. So I just think a lot of people with marketing try and be so clever, the color scheme and everything, just be clear about what you do and tell people and believe it, you know?
Yeah, I agree. That's great advice.
The thing is too, is you gotta, this is ask for the sale, but whatever you're doing, you always have to ask. This is the hardest part. You can market, you can get anything. You get them to a call to action where they're interested. You have to ask them. People aren't just gonna buy. Some people will, but not all the time. You've got to ask them for whatever you want them to do. Hey, would you mind doing this? Would you give me this information so I could do this? Hey, most people give us a 40% check. Does that work for you, right? Sometimes don't just ask them, say, most people do this, or you do this, because then it makes them think like, oh no, but I can do this, right? It gives them kind of a choice, right? And also, I have a book, The 5 Objections Costing You Money, that I wrote for myself because they were costing me money. I did it when I had the 7K Coach Clark, wrote it. It's still not out. I'll probably put it out. You can get it on justcoaching.com with the coaching packages. But that's a big thing too. We'll go over objections too. This is the one thing I believe too. I don't know what I had in here. In there. This is how many people. Oh yeah, this is during Corona. We're out of employment right then at the time. world population. So this is me saying the bluefin. I'm just all right. I didn't know really what's on here. I knew there was some. I thought there was something else in here that I wanted to show you. We'll put this up because it's fun. Let me see. This will actually be. I have this up here. So all the time, dude, I'm very good at creating systems. That's what I'm doing with Changing Lives Financial right now. I love doing it. But this is really simple. It comes from traffic. You qualified the lead, right? Then you provide the service, and then you ask for the payment. This was a system I had. Anything you look at, this is a good thing. Anybody going forward, and I'll stop sharing right now. Study the systems. Even if you're not an entrepreneur and you don't want to build the systems, at least know what part of the system you're in for it. And the businesses that run well have really good systems, right? Really done for you stuff. I hope a lot of people can get a lot of done for you stuff here too. I'm actually going to be releasing a course eventually. I don't know when. I have time to film it. I did the debt elimination course. I have that. That's pretty cool. I'm actually following it right now. It's really cool. Dude, I actually got really tired. What time is it? My dreams keep me awake. It's 1:08 a.m. We're doing this.
Yeah, dude. I did the close open, right? And I drank so much and I swam and then I did everything. I was so tired. That's why we were supposed to film this at 10 and I fell asleep.
So here, let's just on the whiteboard here. I just want a bottom line because I know I kind of was just spitballing just to be very clear. This is what I do. The three things we did. So first, just for everybody else, if you weren't taking notes in this or you're driving, so tell people. I want to tell everyone. Tell dogs, man. You know what? Tell everyone. All right, I'm a horrible writer. But like literally, dude, if you go up and you start telling a cat or a pigeon what you do, people think you're crazy, but it'll get attention. And then they'll listen and be like, oh, I really want to tell you. Like I would literally be that like evangelical about it. If you can't talk to a person, go find like a bird and start talking to a bird and telling them. Like as crazy as that sounds, it'll still like it's funny. Maybe make an Instagram video about it. Like think about that as an Instagram swipe about it. That's like an ingenious app. Which by the way, anybody listening to this, I need help filming my ads for the coaching. As well, was going to kill me because I do this stuff and I don't have anybody to film my ads that he's written up, which are just genius. The thing. But tell everyone the second thing. What was the second thing?
You got to believe their life will be better with your product. I mean, that's what I have.
Yeah, just believe in what you do. It's kind of that thing, you know? And if you don't get out of it, you're probably not happy. If you don't believe in what you do, that's not better. Like you work at shows, if you don't believe people are getting a good meal and you're feeding them horrible stuff every time, you're going to get out of it just being the person you are, right?
Yeah, I mean, or like, listen, I don't want to say, so for instance, I do work at Chili's, serve great meals. But if it's something that you're not passionate about over a long time, what's going to happen? Are you going to be able to share that value with somebody? Or would I rather go give somebody a burger, or would I rather go help them change their lives financially? You know, for me, I'd rather go help change somebody's lives financially, you know? Yeah, we want to give them a service too as well. But at the same time, I want to change people's lives financially for the rest of their life so they can change their families' lives, you know?
Yeah, so one thing I do coach, and passion is huge, 100% know what your passion is, and that's fine. But definitely focus on your skills. Like, you know, you're great at being a GM right now, or you're great at being a bartender or a restaurant host, right? So you're good. Don't leave that. You know, focus on your skill that's making you money right now. Fund your skill, even if it's something you don't like doing and it's not your passion, and then be smart with your money so you can fund your passion. So then you can take that leap, you know? Like a lot of times some people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna go do my passion. Which you can do. I'm not saying you can't do it. You'll set yourself in a better thing. And Grant says this all the time. If you get good at what you don't like, you can then do what you like really good, you know?
Yeah, it's true. So, all right, what's the third
thing?
I have, rejection's not fatal. Get in the mind of what they want. Clear is better than clever. I started just writing down notes. So a lot of it was just listening to you. But what's the third
takeaway? The other thing is believe what you do, and then I would say qualify everyone. So really, and I'll leave people with this. I don't know how to spell that, everyone. This is huge. we've all heard you are the 5 people person you surround yourself with, right? I know going with Changing Lives Financial and getting around a whole bunch of people with the calls with Team Takeover and all that has really, it's just literally like being another mentor group. It's great people to be around, unbelievable. Edwin Arroyo, just some people just add crazy value. The guy, it's insane. Jared, all those guys. But like, here's the deal. Instead of just qualifying question, qualify everyone. Instead of just doing that, qualify everybody in your life now. Going forward, tell everyone what you do, believe in what you do, right? Whatever it is, or get out of it eventually, like, right? Focus on your skill and get something that you believe in, right? Or start to believe into it more. And then qualify everyone in your life. No matter what they are, qualify them. Because this is your life. You have one shot at it, maybe 2, or believe you're immortal. But qualify who you bring in around it. So if you're messaging someone, make sure you really want to message that person. You know, if they're smoking weed and you really don't like weed, don't be messaging them. You know what I mean? This is going to be a headache. You know, don't do that. Qualify everyone. You know, qualify them with a question, qualify them with that. So, and I think you'll be in a better niche right then to go. And then maybe we go over the next steps and really walk through stuff later on in the next episode.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome. This is great, man. This added a lot of value. I think this will add a lot of value just to everybody who watched this, because I think a lot of people are they're really struggling, because especially if they're online and they're starting to market. I read a book, right? It was an awesome book. It was called Breaking Through the Noise, and it was all about marketing. And I had like the concepts of marketing, right? But this gave the clarity of, you know, telling what you do, you know, believing in yourself and qualifying everyone. For me, somebody like me, I just need a system. I need you to give me 3 bullet points, and I'll be better. Listen, here's the thing. I'll be better than let's say you gave me these 3 bullet points. Just get me the reps, and I'll be better than you. And the reason why is I know and I don't want to say I'll be better than you, but I know I'm so certainty driven that I would perfect it to a T, that I would know so well that I know that I'm good now. I'm really good. And now, once I'm really good, I'll be able to do this no matter what. So for me, and I know a lot of people just get into the marketing game too as well, you need those steps, you know? So a lot of it is putting yourself out there, and some people might feel uncomfortable doing that. And if you're uncomfortable doing that, maybe, you know, the marketing game isn't for you. But at the same time, I would say put yourself out there. You know, there's been moments where I felt really like almost euphoria connecting with other people that I've never connected with before, or connecting with a stranger, or connecting with, you know, somebody that I lost touch with in a long time. And there's a really good feeling when it's successful. There's a really crappy feeling when it's not successful. Listen, there just is. Anybody who tells you that it's not a crappy feeling, you don't feel like crappy feelings, lying to you. It sucks when people don't pay attention to you. But yeah, man, this is good. What do you want to talk about next week?
So we have Todd Alton here and Massimo in here and a few other people in this live. Guys, this will be coming out next week. I'm gonna post this Instagram story to tell people. We talked about marketing. We're gonna go over what these phrases mean. So this is me. All of a sudden, see what I'm doing? I'm marketing. This is gonna go on Instagram story. See how this is going on? And by the way, let me tell you a funny story quick, and we're gonna talk about next week. Todd Alt, by the way, is a beast, dude. If you don't know this guy, he's beaten Alzheimer's. He has a crazy wife story. He's been very successful with money, given a lot to Cardinal Capital. So look, see this business card right here? So I made this business card, and Natalia goes, it looks like a bail bondsman's business card, right? So I have the $100 things, the business we're building, Changing Lives Financial with you, right? Stay ahead of inflation, right? So I'm coming out of the mall. This is a funny story. I'm coming out of the mall, right? Listen to this. Coming out of the mall, and all of a sudden, dude, I hear, I see on AT&T, I'll do it this way. I see on AT&T flyers on cars. So I went to the mall, see my ex-girlfriend there. I go to get my shoe fixed for $11. I'm walking out the car. I see everything's fine. It's a hot day. I'm getting my car with no AC, and I see on the thing these AT&T flyers just flapping. Oh, we didn't go over this. Maybe we'll go over this later on in the next one. That's maybe what we'll do, because this is kind of gonna condense it. But anyway, the thing, and I think, man, this is a great idea. I should take for our business, Changing Lives Financial, because now we got to get known. We got to tell everybody. We need people to know Changing Lives Financial everywhere I'm connected, right where we're at. That's another thing. Like, yeah, Instagram's cool, but let people know. That's why I want to rent an office on Queen Street, just so people know. I was hitting up Massimo about everything. But anyway, I go there. I see a little Puerto Rican guy, and all of a sudden with these really nice cards they have in the car, it's about this size, and now he's picking them off. So all of a sudden, I think I told this to Dad. Dad laughed. I think, oh, better yet, let's make the flyers. Let me go to this guy. If he's going, I'll probably just give him a couple bucks or something. He can put my flyers on cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So Dad just starts laughing like, oh my God. But that's the entrepreneur mind to think, hey, he's already out there. I'm not going to sit on the hot sun and do it. I'll let him do it. So I go up and talk to him. Turns out he's a barber. It's his barber's son. He's the cousin of Barber Shop in New Britain, and he's passing out all this thing. It wasn't really a great ad. But whatever. Actually, maybe we should show that and talk about like copy and stuff. Well, maybe it was. Who knows? But it was better than no ad, right? Action's better than no action. Might not have been a great ad, but I talked to him, and then all of a sudden, when I asked him what he was doing, dude, you could tell he felt that way. He told me to give him a call, and he didn't. That's another thing too. I'm going to talk about business cards. I give them, they work, but getting an actual appointment, which I've done after it. Anyway, so then I tell him how I'm starting Changing Lives Financial. I give him the card. I'm like, I want to put my flyer out on this card. How do you do that? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm just doing it. I was like, perfect. I go, did you do the AT&T one? So like, and this is literally, we're going to do this. Okay. Well, I'll hire someone on Fiverr or whatever, or someone here can offer it. If you guys want to make money, send me a thing. I want to have the logo Changing Lives Financial. I want to put everything. And then I want to put YouTuber, J Cunningham and Josh Lewis in the back row on here, and put like the clip on one of these. Make it like a really good size flyer sheet of what we'll do, the services, how to book us, how we can help them, and then our YouTube channel. So even if people don't want that part, it's not a dead lead. They'll go look at our YouTube channel and maybe find some value. Because like, don't you believe like your YouTube channel can benefit anybody?
Anybody, yeah.
Yeah, it's a growth channel. It's like the most thing. I think you do I think it's the most well done organized channel. I got to organize mine that like anybody would benefit from. So Josh Lewis Growth, obviously you're on the channel, click on some videos. But dude, that dude, that Puerto Rican dude, I forget his name. It was like Jose or something. He was like, dude, it was the same thing. He was telling everybody what he did, right? He believed in himself. He wouldn't be on the hot sun or whatever, right? And then this is the thing about marketing. Like, it helps when you qualify him. Screw qualifying. Actually, he was qualifying everybody. Everybody there probably had hair. Maybe he needed a haircut, so he's putting on everybody's thing, right? So, great idea. Do you think we should do a flyer?
Yeah, flyers work, dude. They definitely are. Definitely do work. And the only problem with this is our what we do. Actually, there's no problem. Getting out there is solving a problem and not having a problem. You know,
Yeah, dude. Even Jackie Lee Matthews of Fans Plan, that video is coming out soon on my YouTube. He was sticking out stickers of Fans Plan just everywhere on his thing, right? Just trying to get the name out there as the next social platform. So, all cool. All right, dude. I hope this was beneficial. Maybe. So what do you want to go over the next growth show?
I don't know. This was really good.
You want to do like a done for you system on how to go after your exact client?
Yeah. What can we call that?
Marketing. What's that? I guess it's sales and closing, kind of. You know.
So, what exactly will we go over?
Like maybe just a sales script, like a customizable sales script. So for whatever product you have, this is another thing I coach too, is having a sales script that'll work right for them. And maybe we'll go through role playing. Did we do this already or no?
I don't think so. No, we did it like briefly.
Teeny tiny cupcake a little bit. I did it with her at the end, but we didn't really go a whole show on it. So maybe that's what we'll do too. I think that would be good. And I also think we should do I love doing this because people get to get a little bit inside, the whole thing here and hopefully get value. Dude, here's the thing. Don't you believe with everything you've read, because you've read more books than me and everything, you are thirsty with knowledge that you just have to get out and help people. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that way. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like this is euphoria for me to do these shows, because I feel like maybe someone could benefit from this and not stumble like I did. Like literally, dude, like I've been doing this for a while. Like there was a lot of times when I got ghosted and everything. I finally feel like I figured out the perfect system sauce, you know? And I found it by watching a lot of YouTube videos. Shout out to Vanessa Liu. Shout out to it's like, even though I say all this, nothing's original. I hate people that say, oh man, it's all original. I didn't learn from anybody. I think it's all BS, man. I think everybody learns from somebody, and then they kind of make it their own, right? What do you think about that?
Listen, you could go really deep into that. What is there's nothing new underneath the sun. The Lord said that, right? So the only one that you'd be copying from would be from God, whatever God created, whatever the Lord created. So you would be copying and borrowing from the best, really, So I guess there is nothing new underneath the sun, just regurgitating it in a different voice. And plus, a lot of it is some people might not like to buy from me. They might not like to buy from you, They might buy the same product, not from me, not from you, but from somebody else because they didn't like the way we presented it,
Well, that's one thing I like about Changing Lives Financial and with the team in the back is they set up people with who it's from. There's something, that's one thing about J Cunningham. I always thought we should have Leanne sell because a girl sells better to a girl sometimes, maybe sometimes not. And, there's certain trust issues that are brought up. I was at Carefree Home Pros with John and Malachi, one of the bathroom companies I work for a little bit, and he had a sign up there. Not everyone can sell everyone, right? And it was just, you could tell it was like an ego belief that he was shattering, right? And I almost feel like this dude had that ego belief, like I can sell everybody. Like a lot of guys, you can drop me with a pamphlet and sell anywhere, right? I heard one dude say that. And at the end of the day, dude, the people who just want to sell, like it's not good. We don't really want to help people. Like the lady, Linda and Fritz, I really want them to have our service and put in their wood window majesty bulbs. I feel like
what was that crazy dude that you guys had at Sonati?
Gunner.
Gunner, that's what his name was. Yeah.
Gunner. Dude, he sent me a message just recently, and I told him, hey, I can coach you. It was right after people paying me $250 an hour. And I said, $250 an hour, I'll coach you, and I'll do that. And I didn't want him to pay, man. Like, it was tough. He was one of those guys. Dude, he was an interesting character, man. Yeah.
All right, so next week.
About him? We'll talk about manifesting. Whatever you want to do, start saying it out loud. Look in the mirror, look at it. Say, I have a millionaire mind. Then Gunner put me under pressure. I remember thinking like I was having a slump. I'm back in a slump again, I guess, for Windows a little bit. Dude, he helped me close sales because he went around saying, what is his name again? I'm king of closers. And he said all these things. So then I was like, I'm going to say that. And I was so, dude, I literally, as much as I appear confident, I was so insecure and so wanted to do well for Jason Ty. This guy's better than me. And all those thoughts, all the negative thoughts that come in my mind, no less.
I remember you playing the videos. I'm like, this guy sounds like a nut.
Yeah. And dude, I was looking at the monitor. I'm Jeff Cunningham, king of closers. And then I closed like 3 in a row. And then I went up to the guy and he's holding on to his one check. I mean, whatever, man. I wish everybody well. As long as
all right, you know what? Actually, you just said something really well. Let's do a little right brain, left brain, because this I feel was a little bit more categorized. Let's go into like the deep connections. So let's talk about manifestation next week because I really think that there's so much like bullshit around that. And let's cut through the noise. Let's go through it. Let's talk about how it's worked in our lives and how it can potentially work. And what action
for that is law of attraction. So maybe we'll put that on there. That always gets a lot of views.
Does it really work?
My coach is on to that.
It's because lazy people just want to put a bumper sticker up and go, "Hey, man, let me just stare at that, and hopefully the $1 million come up to me." But manifestation definitely does work.
A secret that I learned about manifestation, that really just turned it all around for me.
All right, awesome. So let's talk about it next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're talking manifestation next week's Grow Show. Please subscribe to Jeff's YouTube channel. He's Jeff the Entrepreneur. If you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing, man? It's been an hour in and you're not subscribed yet. You gotta subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night. And be powerful, man. Powerful. Peace.